Anyway, pack attack. You can probably guess from the title what type of level this one's going to be. We're going to be heading right back into the old conduit tubes. I don't know what it is, but you know, the jetpack area basically. Because I'm really not sure what it is, because it does sort of seem like a tube just sort of hovering in space, almost like outside of space station. I think there are actually some tubes, if you look at like the model of the Cortex Vortex, some tubes like connect the laser at the bottom to like the top part or something. Maybe that's where the jetpack levels are set. I like theorizing these things, you know. Anyways, jumping on in, here we are, back in the jetpack. Back on the jetpack. Crash still confused as to what is going on because he's a dunce. I mean, we know he's a dunce. He would not be trusting Cortex at this point in the game if he wasn't a dunce. Alright, go through here, and there we go. Gotta watch out for those electrical wires. They can be pretty damn annoying with their patterns. They do follow you. They're not cycle-based. They're like, if you go up, they follow you up, which is really annoying. Funny story, back in the day when I first played this game, I thought you couldn't go backwards in the jetpack levels. So if I like missed a box going forward, I would just kill myself to go back and get it. It was really annoying. Because, you know, pressing X to go forward, circle to go back, it's a bit not very obvious. Like, you'd sort of expect pressing forward to be, you know, to go forwards and pressing back to go back, but hey, whatever. Alright, there we go, there's lasers. Oh, we're up to the awesome bit of the music. And then the extra notes kick in there, the wah. Love that bit. Alright. Oh, and another attention detail I like about these levels is the way the checkpoints just sort of disintegrate into multiple pieces because of the low gravity. Anyway, another forced spin there. I didn't acknowledge that for a second, but yeah, forced spin. I've seen that number panel there. See 92461? That was in Rocket, using the same number panels over your ship Cortex. That's some cheap design there, mate. Using the same thing. Alright, got a ring of nitros. Right, boom, we go in. I like how the jetpack has an N on it as well, you know, like this is Neo Cortex's jetpack, who's stolen it, and so on. Anyway, more of that, and then Aku Aku. That's much appreciated game. There we go. Oh, double laser, double trouble. But we got through fine. Aw, that rotating out of space, eh? See the moon there in the bottom left. So great, so great. But yeah, you can see we're sort of in like a tube, aren't we? That's why I'm thinking, you know, this level has to be set in those tubes you can see on the space station model. Anyway, I had a force spin before. Again, didn't acknowledge it, but there was one. Also, look at how cool this little yellow light tunnel is. Didn't see one of these in Rocket. That's interesting. I really like the look of that. Lots of great little details. Everything looks different, you know, that's what I'm saying. Like, the level just doesn't look the same all the way through. It has these little unique aesthetics at certain part of the level, like this little yellow tube of sorts. The construction of the level is very different throughout, very different and creative. I'm just not that much of a fan of the jetpack levels overall, I guess, just because I know I prefer the good old crash platforming and so on. Anyway, another force spin. I think that was number 3. I think there's maybe one more in the level, or it might actually not be. Anyway, a lot of nitros there, and the crystal. So yeah, oh no, we're at the end of the level. Alright, so it was just the 3, like in Rocket. So 6 force spins total, plus the other 2 from earlier in the game. We're at 8 so far, I think. And there we go, the end of the level. Lovely. A lot of nitros in this level, actually. Oh no, I missed the box. Oh no, I totes missed the box. Yeah, it's supposed to have 17 at the end of the level, I remember that. Oh, I always miss a box here, or I often miss a box here. Bloody hell. I don't even know which one it was. Don't know if I can be bothered doing the whole level again on camera. I think I'll just point out where the box was, like on a little annotation on the video, and then I'll just do the whole level again off camera. And yeah, I think that's probably the way I want to do this. Because I think I know what box I missed. Like I know what box I missed, I just can't remember where it is. Like, I always forget about it, and then, you know, I'm like, oh, that one, right, I always forget about that one when I actually get to it. Anyway, I'll just meet you, like, at the end of the level, or if I remember which one it is, and find it, you know, whatever. Oh, there it is. It's that box. Because whenever I, like, rapidly go through Defy there, I always accidentally go past it and miss it. At least I think it was that box. I'm pretty certain it was. Yeah, alright. Meet you at the end of the level then. Alright, and here we are at the end of the level. I have 17 boxes this time. We got it. We got this, bro. We can possibly see the gem appearing. Wham! Yeah, there we go, gem appearing. So 29 nitros in that one. 29 out of 46 are nitros. I think, proportionally speaking, that might be the highest number of nitros of any level in the game. Because, of course, behaving more than half the boxes are nitros, but 29 out of 46, that's quite a long way over half, isn't it? So, yeah, proportionally, might be the most nitros per boxes total. But 46, that was actually how many boxes there were in Night Fight as well. So 2 levels in a row with the same number of boxes. It's just like in Snow Go and Hang 8, both having 74. So that's interesting. Again, these are levels that have the same number of boxes and so on. Anyways, moving on to the final level of the warp room, Spaced Out. You might be able to guess what type of level this is from the fact that the level entrance is the same as Piston It Away. And of course, Piston It Away isn't going to be a unique level. There's no unique levels in this game. Every level in this game has a pair, or a triplet, or a quadruplet, actually, in one case. But we'll get to that a little bit later. What was I saying? Yeah, so it isn't like the first game, where you do have a handful of levels which are completely unique in this game. They always come in at least 2, at least a pair of 2 or more. But here we are, back on the space station, just like Piston Away, with these new type of platforms here, which have burning hot sides, so you don't want to touch them, you only want to land on top. I think it's pretty interesting to have a trap that also helps you in that it's a platform. I guess these pistons also can act as platforms when they're going up, so that's something, I suppose. Anyways, what's this? A blue gem route? But we already did the blue gem path, all the way back in Hang 8. We'll get onto that in a little bit. We're going to leave it for now, and we're going to save it. Save that good old path for the second playthrough. It's very interesting, though. Very interesting. I'm definitely looking forward to when we do that in a minute. Anyway, so here, for example, the platform doesn't help you. It's just there to hurt you from, you know, getting hit up into it by the sparkly tentacle bot there. Anyway, checkpoint. And there we go. There are no boxes along that other special path we saw back there that has the blue gem. So we don't have to worry about backtracking it to anything like Piston Away. So this is actually kind of a simpler level than Piston Away in that regard, even if it's the actual main path of the level is a little harder, because, you know, obviously they know by this point we know how all the enemies and traps work, so they make them a little bit more difficult. Like, you know, the sparkly tentacle bots start off already cycling between putting their arms up and down and so on. Alright, and bam. Oh, more pistons. And we have the bonus. Don't want to get that Aku Aku in case I die down here. That would be a bit annoying. More pistons. Gotta be careful not to go up into the nitros. That would be pretty tragic, wouldn't it? And in this one, don't try and jump over these nitros. Just wait for it to go down, and then you can go here. Oh, now this. Yeah, I remember I did a little practice of this level quite a little way back, like a few days ago. And I was thinking, oh, it's a forced spin though. I have to get the life. Actually, no. If you do take an Aku Aku in here, you can just belly flop TNT from up here. So we go up here. Now can I? Oh no no! Oh whoops, whoops. Okay, that's not how I'm supposed to do it. Right, I remember how I'm supposed to do it now, but I do need an Aku Aku. So how convenient that there's one here. But I don't want to lose this one. I don't want to fail it now. That would be tragic. Very tragic. Oh no! Oh, I'm gonna have to wait another cycle here. Or actually, no, it would have been the same. Oh! Oops. No, the Aku Aku's gone, but no, that's it. Game over, man. Game over. No, there's nothing. Ah, crud. Damn it, I had to screw up twice, didn't I? Twice I had to screw up. I had an Aku Aku, died. I got another one here, died. Like, I'll meet you back here. I'm going back to the warp room. Alright, and we're back at the bonus. Right, now this time, get the Aku Aku and let's not screw it up. Please, let's not screw this up. It would be so tragic. It would be so tragic. I already said it would... Didn't I already say it would be so tragic if I died and then I died last time? Like, no. No, just no. Alright, I'm gonna wait the cycle. Okay, I was a little slow there, so I'm just gonna wait. No harm in waiting. No harm. Alright, now this time... we're gonna be very careful. We're gonna walk in front. Okay, jump up. And we're gonna jump around. There we go. Got it. And then we belly flop. Kaboom! Whoa, that's weird. I didn't break the bottom boxes, and the TNT somehow caused me to, like, phase through them. That was very odd. Oh, no. Oh, no. No, okay, got it. Okay. Jeez, that scared me. Oh, dear. Oh, no, but these boxes, they look tricky. I should have gotten on top of that box and then jumped. Oh, no, it's too late now. No, oh, no. Oh, I hate it when you have to do this. Alright. Fine. Okay, we got it. Got it, okay. Alright. I've, like, never done it that way for ages and ages, and I just remember having lots of trouble trying to do it like that, like, way back in the day when I was a moron and did, you know, do the top boxes first, then the bottom one. But that was actually easier than I thought it was going to be. I guess I've just gotten much better over the years, hey? That's great to know, great to know. But anyway, bonus coming here. This one doesn't get much wider or anything if you go away, because you can see it already perfectly fits the hole. Anyway, it's great to be done with that bonus. It's great to be done. That did have me nervous. Because if I died, I would have to do the whole level again to get that Aquaku to belly flop that TNT. And that would have been a damn shame, wouldn't it? A damn shame. And up we go. Just gotta be careful when timing those. And we're actually pretty close to the end of the level. This level, I think, is actually shorter than Piston Away. Like, just the main part of the level, I think, is slightly shorter. We got our Nitro Nuke here, 17 Nitros apparently. Don't think I've broken any other ones yet, no. And a crystal. We go on the platform, skid that guy, and we're at the end of the level. So yeah, I think it is actually a bit shorter. And yeah, 60 boxes, so we don't have to do the backtracking shenanigans or anything, all the boxes are on the main path. So yeah, it is kind of a simpler level than Piston It Away actually, even though it's a later level. And Piston Away had 69 boxes, interesting. One has 60, one has 69, you know, both ends of the 60 scale. And I think Turtle Woods is the only other level that has a box count in the 60s, so that's interesting. You know, all the way back at the very first level, and now at two of the latest levels in the game. Definitely interesting. Anyway, we're going to get our cutscene now. We're going to face the final boss, in fact, but we still have to get one more gem spaced out, so that's what we're going to do first. But I think we should definitely pay attention to this cutscene upcoming. It's pretty important, pretty damn important. Such a great laugh.
Yes, my plan is nearly complete, and I have you, Crash Bandicoot, to thank for it. Engine, what's happening? What's that? Is he stealing our signal?
Crash! Cortex isn't going to use the crystals to contain the planet's energy. He's going to harness the force and use it to power the super cortex vortex he has built on his space station. One blast of the ray will cover the entire world, turning everyone into Cortex's mindless slaves. Crash, don't let him have those crystals!
Engine, you fool! She's telling him everything! Ah, yes. We're back now. Pardon the, interruption. Crash, bring me crystal!
I think it's pretty hilarious. He's just like, pardon the interruption. Like, he's trying to hold up some semblance of an appearance of being a good guy. Like, to be honest, the way he was doing that maniacal laugh, and he's like, yes, I have you, Crash Bandicoot, to thank for it. I mean, come on. If Crash doesn't know he's a villain at that point, then my God, Crash, you gotta quit your career of being a hero. To be honest, to be honest. So I think Coco is a bit late on the uptake in terms of discovering what's really going on here. Also interesting how she said the Cortex Vortex attached to the space station. So the Cortex Vortex is actually the laser. The space station is the space station. So they're actually two separate things, apparently. Well, la-di-da game. Alright, so we're supposed to go fight the final boss now, of course, now that we have all 25 crystals in the game. That's pretty exciting that we have all 25 crystals. We're actually going to jump right back into Spaced Out so we can go nab that other gem. Because, of course, we want to get all of our gems. If we have a look here on the pause screen, 25 out of 25 crystals. Congratulations, we've gathered every single crystal in the game. I'm pretty excited about that, pretty hyped. All 5 color gems as well, of course. Bloody brilliant. and we have 39 out of 42 gems. Only 3 gems remain. You might be asking yourself, but wait, isn't there just a gem and Spaced Out left? Oh, wait. There's a couple of secret gems, but we'll discuss them later. For now, we're going to head back into the level and get onto that blue gem path, which we saw earlier. It's going to be good times, good times. I might as well get these boxes here, why not? A little extra Wumpa fruit. Never hurt anyone. Never hurt anyone. When does a Wumpa fruit ever hurt anyone? You know, unless maybe you choke on one. Or maybe it has like some kind of disgusting parasite in it or something. Okay, let's stop talking about this. So here we are, blue gem path takes us all the way up, much like the death route, and piston it away, and whoop, doing a little circuit around the silo there. I love that little, just those little details like that. You know, it's the little things. They didn't have to make the platform do a circuit around the silo, but they did it anyway. You know, and we get a bunch of lives here too, which is nice. Obviously, this is a pretty tricky route, being the last special route of the game, so they're giving us some extra lives for our troubles. But we already have 99 lives, so it's not really important to us. And what's this, a green gem platform? So no, there is not actually 2 blue gem routes in this game. This is the multi-gem route, or the rainbow gem route, if you will, where you need every single colored gem in the game. So we started off with the blue gem, now we're getting onto the green gem. So how's about that? Takes us along here, and this is the trickiest part, I reckon, of this path, and it's definitely quite annoying to screw up. And I can't spin either, because I would usually spin to get rid of these lasers that are going to shoot down, but I can't do that. So what I'm thinking, I think I'm going to skip this first button. Alright, this is what I'm going to do, just watch. No, bad idea, bad show. Well, at least you got to see the death animation and Crash shrinking to like microscopic size. The annoying thing about the multi-gem route is there isn't a checkpoint in it, and you go all the way back to the very beginning of the level if you die. That's definitely the most annoying part. Definitely the most annoying part. Luckily, it isn't too far back, as you can see it's here at the start of the level, so it's not that big of a deal. Not that big of a deal. And you will get a pity Aku Aku mask eventually if you're failing it too many times, so that'll help out, of course. Anyway, let's get on with it, and hopefully not screw it up this time. So, we didn't have any problems with the blue gem portion of the route, so at least we have that. We have that hopeful consistency going on. And down the blue gem. Don't try and run off these gems, because you actually can. You can fall off them, or at least you can on the ones that aren't the blue gem. I don't think you can fall off the blue gem since it's the first one. The blue gem platform. Okay, there we go. That's how I wanted to do it last time. I just messed up my execution. There we go. And then that guy, and whoop, there's the yellow gem. Yellow gem platform. Whoop, taking us up. Whoop, more pistons and some of the platforms. Whoa, careful. Whew, that was a bit close. And then, oh no, I'm going to wait a cycle on this one. Yeah, you can see the platform came along at the moment the piston was going out. Definitely not so great, but if we wait one more, there we go. Nice and simple. Yeah, the green gem part's definitely the trickiest. This yellow one is perfectly fine, as long as you're a little bit patient. And the red gem one coming up isn't that much of a big deal. So yeah, red gem, whoop, takes us forward this time. Interesting. Alright, so... It's interesting though, because the blue gem takes you from the regular path of the level, the green gem takes you forward, the yellow gem takes you up, and the red gem takes you back. I think it's interesting how they all take you different directions. Nice little neat touch. Again, the attention to detail is great. So we got these guys to deal with, but they're not too bad. And there we are with the purple gem platform at the very end. Funny thing, there isn't actually a purple gem path in this game. There's one for blue, red, green, and yellow. There isn't a main one for purple though. This is the only place in the game where you need the purple gem for something, which I find kind of funny. Like, the only thing you need the purple gem for is just this platform, which takes you to the level exit, which you can see at the back here in the multi-gem path. So I just kind of think it's kind of funny, the good old useless purple gem, except it isn't useless. You do need it to get here, but still, it's so tantalizingly close. You know, it's like you almost don't need the purple gem, but hey, there we go. Love the look of that purple gem platform. If you don't know, purple is my favorite color, and I just absolutely love the look of that. Pretty cool level exit too. It takes up like this whole giant silo thing with like pipes going off the side. And I like how the background is pitch black, so it's the only thing you see. Like it dominates the screen and all that. It's pretty damn cool. The gem floats quite high here too inside. It's definitely differently placed to the box gems. But yeah, an alternate exit for our troubles, and there you go. It's almost like a completely separate level Spaced Out, really, isn't it? But yeah, it's the other level with an alternate exit. So air crash, piston it away, and spaced out all have alternate exits. So those are the three levels with the alternate exits, and two of them are space station levels, piston it away and spaced out. So how's that? Air crash is the only non-space station themed level that has an alternate exit. It's pretty cool. But with that, if we have a look around our warp room, that is it. All the gems. Got 2 clear gems from piston away, 1 from rocket, 2 from night fight, 1 from pack attack, 2 from spaced out. You know, one thing I'll say for the gems in this warp room, it mightn't have a colored gem, but it's actually symmetrical with the gems. You see, you got 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and also the levels that have like the convex panel at the top are the ones with the 2 gems in them, as you can see, and the ones with the concave panels have just 1 gem. I love the symmetry. Even the level types are symmetrical, because the first and fifth levels are the space station ones, second and fourth are jetpack, and then center level is the night jungle level. So even the level types are symmetrical. This warp room, it appeases me when it comes to my nice sense for neatness and order, you know? It's great. Anyways, let's save the game. So, it is now officially time to take on the final boss of the game. Isn't that wonderful? We've got 25 crystals and 40 whole gems. Still 2 gems left to get. The secret ones. Don't tell anyone there's secret gems. But we're going to do that after we take on the final boss, which we can do by just going up on the platform in the middle as per usual. So, yeah, no real problem. They've actually got a bit of an interesting gimmick here for the final boss, Dr. Neo Cortex Boss 5. We actually do it using the jetpack, so we actually, like, leave Cortex's space station. Like, the story is Cortex has, like, stolen the 25 crystals from us, and he's making a getaway on jetpack from his space station, and we have to catch him. There's actually going to be some force spins for this boss, because you actually have to spin him to damage him, rather like the lab assistant enemies in the jetpack level. So we're going to have 3 force spins in this level, since he has 3 HP. But anyway, here we go. Basically, it's just a pretty simple course through some rings with some asteroids, but you know, it's interesting looking aesthetic, and it's got a pretty cool remix of Cortex's theme from the first game, which you can hear here. And the second one, you just have to hit him when you get pretty close to him. It's not really that hard. You can't let him escape though. If he gets to the end, he wins. But it's quite easy. So I've already killed him.
You haven't seen the last of me, Crash Bandicoot!
No, we haven't. We'll be seeing you in the next game. But yeah, pretty damn easy final boss, to be honest.
Crash, what do you suppose happened to Cortex? And what about the Cortex Vortex? It's still up there.
Love the way she says that. It's still up there. There it is. You can see that, yeah, those tubes going from the laser up to the actual space station. I think that's probably where the jetpack levels are set. But yeah, anyway, that's the regular end of the game. Oh, you can also see the Noi Dog logo there on the tail fin. That's pretty damn cool. But yeah, it's a very easy final boss if you know what you're doing. As you saw, I beat it in like 20 seconds. There's no way of him hurting you in the boss fight if you hit like those mines or asteroids that are slowed down. The only way you lose is if he gets to the end of the course, because it is like a finite length, that course. And if he gets to the end of the course, he escapes with the crystals and you lose and you have to try again. But it's an easy boss, so it's not really that big of a deal. But yeah, anyway, that's the 80% ending. Like, we beat Cortex, but the Cortex Vortex is still in space, so we sort of leave that lingering for all the people that want to go ahead and 100% the game, which of course we are doing. So that's pretty interesting. And we got the special route music for the jungle levels playing here, which I think is a pretty neat credits theme. You know, it's nice and appropriately exciting, but also sort of reflectful of the game, I guess. It's a catchy song. I really like this one, actually. I would actually rank it up there among my favorites of the game. Yeah, it's a great song, great song. Very exciting. But yeah, there's not really too much else to talk about right now, except for the fact that we are actually going to be going ahead and doing the secret levels. That's where our secret gems are, so that we can get all 42 gems to finish 100% this game. But as it stands right now, we're actually very close to pretty much being done with the game, and we are going to have one more credit sequence to sit through, but I'm going to take some of the spare time here to reflect on the game in general. I mean, there's just a lot of great levels in this game. Like, just, there's so much stuff improved about this game from the first game. You know, you got the sliding, you got the crouching, the high jumping, those extra moves. The physics feel a little bit more fluid in this game, generally speaking. The difficulty, you know, not having to beat that instead of the difficulty being beating all the levels without dying, it's a little more legit, you know, by having more difficult routes you can unlock by, you know, getting the gems and the death roots. Because the gem roots in the first game, it's like cool looking secret areas that aren't usually very challenging at all. The main exception being the Great Gates Yellow Gem route, which is actually its own like challenging pathway. But they definitely more refined the way the difficulty works in this game and still kept it quite very challenging. 100% this game isn't an easy feat. But I think perhaps they made some of the secrets a little bit too subtle. I think it's quite clever how they clue in, because they clue into pretty much all of them. I think it just may be slightly too subtle, but it is a game that rewards exploring and doing unusual things, so for someone that isn't too fussed about not 100%ing it on the first sitting and just, you know, over the course of multiple sittings, over, you know, months or years, discovering these secrets, you know, it would definitely be very fascinating to you, because be like, oh, I never knew that before, isn't that cool? Because I investigated this one thing, I found a secret, and I never knew about that. That kind of blows my mind. But to be perfectly honest, I feel like those secrets are probably better for things that aren't required for actually completing a game. Things like the lives that you can get by jumping on Polar's head, that sort of thing. And there are some secret lives in the third game which you can also get by doing some unusual things you probably would never think of. I think those are the things you should make more really cryptic, and, you know, the things that are interesting to discover, having not known about them for years playing the game. But at least the secrets in this game do still clue you in a fair bit, you know, like the platform and air crash is just there for no reason, why not investigate, you know, that sort of thing. But yeah, anyway, we might as well head down to the levels that have the secret levels in them. I can actually use the time I'm going through the levels to talk about stuff generally in this game. That's a good idea, I think. Yeah, we'll do that, because it actually is going to take us a fair while to get to the secret level entrance. The first secret level is actually accessed from Unbearable, so we're going to be playing Unbearable again, good old level 15.